when Django Unchained came out, he was trying to talk black. But I'm gonna see if I can find that because some people still.
Yo, that was a definition of cringe.
I don't want to please the critics that are my fans.
That are my fans. He said, you know what? He tried to be black, but he sounded like Elvis. I want to thank my fans. So Pulp Fiction is 30 years old today. And I can tell you, as somebody who was around when Pulp Fiction came out, you could just feel how it changed the game. I got a story to tell you about Pulp Fiction, man. That's let me go ahead and play this real quick.
Oh, need that.
Yeah. I got a little interesting story to tell you about Pulp Fiction. Let me see here. Where is the trailer for Pulp Fiction? Let's see. There it is. Let me see here.
Just make sure a good time. Make sure she don't get lonely.
Man, so 30th anniversary of Pulp Fiction. And I'm proud to say that I was part of a big piece of history for Pulp Fiction.
Do tell.
I will tell you. So I was in college at the time when Pulp Fiction came out. Or maybe I was out of college at the time. The only reason I'm confused about that is I was out of college. But the reason I'm confused about that is because Pulp Fiction premiered at Cannes, but they had the next biggest showing of Pulp Fiction at the UT college campus. And I was there. I forgot how I got tickets for it. I think my friend was working the door or something, but he told me to come down. Or maybe I bought tickets because I knew it was going to be a pretty good movie. I didn't know it was going to be as influential as it is, man, and just become such a big part of cinematic history. But Tarantino was there. And,
get out of here.
Yeah, Tarantino was there, and he sat 2 rows behind me. And I'm not even saying this is bad about him. I know it was him because I heard somebody laughing their ass off behind me. And I looked behind me, like, who's this fool laughing at? And it was Quentin Tarantino laughing at his own movie.
Yeah, man, yeah.
No, so,
Get him, yeah.
Hopefully that's how he's doing it.
Get him, Jules, yeah.
No, he wasn't loud laughing, but I'm not even saying that's a bad thing. I looked behind me and I was like, oh shit, that's Quentin Tarantino, that's the director. And he was just sitting with the crowd, man, and he was just kind of soaking it in, and he was just really loving that everybody was loving the movie, man. It was actually really cool to see him like just getting the reaction that he was getting and feeling so proud and happy about it, man. I mean, you could tell he was just giddy and happy that everybody was enjoying it. And this is before he was Quentin Tarantino. I mean, he was already kind of a name, but after the movie, they had an after party, and Quentin Tarantino was still a guy that was approachable. So all these people coming up and talking to him. I remember a young girl came and tried to give him a script and shit, and she actually had it printed out. And he talked to her. He wasn't like,
Nah, man, I don't want that shit. Get it away from me.
turn around, stab her, throw it.
You bitch.
Jesus.
He cut her ear off. Nah, smell her feet. No, I think he actually took the script. I don't know, but I know he talked to her. And he was just, he was being, he was approachable, and he wasn't the legendary director he was now. And he was just enjoying mingling with the people at that time. And I think that's one of the first times that he started to hang out with Robert Rodriguez, and they became friends. And that's where his love of Boston came from, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, that's cool, man. And that's what happens, man. Especially when you get your first big film like that. It sounded like that was his first big budget, working with these big actors. So I guess it was a case where he wanted to see how it was going to play out. And that's always good to see, I guess, that in the beginning. And then, after you start, getting this fame and whatever to your head, that's when it's like, all right, I guess I don't see this dude anymore. Yeah. So it's cool that you saw him before whatever wackiness.
Yeah, there he is in the background right there. It was cool too, because Pulp Fiction is probably taken for granted now. A lot of people came up in the age where Pulp Fiction was it already existed. It was in the it was something that has been a part of their lives ever since they were born.
Yep.
And so it's easy to take the movie for granted, but man, when you were watching the film, you really didn't know where things were going. everything was hidden. Like everything, like you know, Quentin Tarantino was a master at storytelling with this, man. You know, because there's some flaws with the movie, definitely. But I mean, as far as manipulating the audience the way he wanted to, every beat hit, every unexpected turn took people by surprise. It was you know, the way that it came back got the right amount of reaction and applause when when everything was a callback, or when something that happened earlier was revealed to connect to something later. All that stuff was hitting, man, and you just knew that you were watching something like you had never really seen before, or at least in a long, long time, or at least not like this.
It was different. Like I said, it was different. Like I said, non-linear storytelling was different. You know, you're telling the ending of the story in the beginning, and you don't know that until you get to the end of the story. Like, wait a minute, oh snap, that was them doing this. This person was already, somebody's in the car already. And he's like, how'd they get in the car? Don't worry, you go back and see how they got in the car. So it was cool how he was telling the story out of sequence, but it still flowed like it was in sequence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was something special to watch when you first saw it.
Yeah, and also the dialogue, man. You know, no one was really writing dialogue that hit like that. You know, I mean, it was really clever. It was one of those things where these people were having these conversations that weren't really, you know, they were characters just hanging a lot of times. Either the stuff was really clever, or these characters would just stop and get, you know, they would stop the movie for a while just to feel like real people for a second. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, that like Quentin Tarantino described it, like when you have two henchmen in a movie, you know, they usually are on their way to do the job. You know, they're not on their, you know, they're on their way to get the job done. These characters don't really get a lot of, they don't get a lot of time. You know, I'm talking about like the hitman in the movie and everything. Oh, why did this thing move back? Hold on. What the hell is going on here? Yeah, and I'm talking about like Jules and Vincent. You know, that's the Samuel Jackson and John Travolta character. He talked about how, you know, when you have hitman in a movie, they're either background characters, side characters, or they're just going to do their job. And they're meant to be seen as real menacing people. He turned the hitman character around and gave them a moment to humanize them, even though they were probably talking not really like regular people talk, but you know, but he used them to be, you know, he used this dialogue to make them actually, you know, humanized characters that you don't see like that in another movie. And the whole thing was being out of order. That's been done before. I think he was influenced by French cinema. You know,
it was done before, but he helped popularize it over here.
Yeah, no, he did. Man, really a subgenre, not like a fad. He started a subgenre for that time period of movies that ripped him off. You know, you know, everybody wanted to do cool guys with guns. Everybody wanted to tell their story out of sync. Everybody wanted to write really cool dialogue like he wrote. You know, everybody just wanted to be. Another thing with this, it was just. He was heavy into before nostalgia now with comic books and you know things of that nature. He was doing nostalgia back then for this. You know, it was nostalgia for us. You know, the music, things like even cereal. You know what I mean?
Right. Now he's definitely one to do his research on time periods and make it as authentic as he can. You know, even down to, like you said, the dialogue when people are talking as well. So I give him that, you know, that when he goes deep into his period pieces, he goes deep.
But he went deep with things like that would probably not hit with younger people today, like the whole dialogue of we're going to be cool, like what? Like four little Fonzies, you know, whatever he said. You know, that kind of thing. But for us, we grew up on Happy Days. Gen Z right now, like what the f is Happy Days?
It's a Fonzie.
Yeah, who was a Fonz?
Yeah, what is a Fonz? Is that a new type of plant or some shit? I got to water it? What I got to do?
I tell you who the Fonz is. He's that old dude that got killed in Scream.
There you go.
It was an amazing film. It still is, man. You know, and you know, when you watch it, it's still very entertaining. It's just, I would wonder what it would be like I would love to talk to a Gen Z person who watched this film and see what the experience is like for them. You know, because it was made for, the movie is so great that it transcends the period that it was made in, but it really was made for that period, you know?
Yeah, no, it definitely was a period piece at the time it was being made. It was made for that time as it was being made, which is funny enough how it is. Yeah, I'd be curious to see what Gen Z thinks about it now. I know there's been a lot of think pieces about it, and what made it cool. It may be tainted, whatever they have to say now, because it's been talked about so much. Like I said, there's been think pieces about it. There's been all types of people talking about this movie, and a lot of it was nice to discover it for the first time.
Yeah,
and kind of watch it. So a lot of stuff, they probably will go into with a lot of stuff already known about it. So I don't know what the impact will be.
Yeah.
As they're watching it, because a lot of stuff that was cool when we were coming up, that's one for them. It's messed up. That whole the finding out the ending of Crazy Fight Club, that destroys it for you. Find out having the Sixth Sense, that's terrible. You know what I mean? Find out these big events is like, oh, why would you do that to yourself? At the same time, they don't know no better. But the impact is slowly taken out from that film once you understand or know those things coming from it. So it's tough to get a truly honest reaction from person, especially now, because again, this film has been talked about so long and been referenced a lot as well. So I can tell that people would maybe not know all of it, but know enough, the more the important beats to already form an opinion as you're watching it. But I think more cinephiles would be able to put that aside and actually watch it for what it is and get something out of it, I believe.
Well, it's funny because the movie has not completely aged that well. I keep talking about how good it is. First of all, it relaunched the career of Travolta and really gave a boost to Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson was already out there, but this is the one that catapulted him, man.
Yeah, this brought back John Travolta. This was the movie that brought John Travolta back and catapulted Samuel L. You're right about that. Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you, man. Let me see here. So the movie has not aged completely well.
I'm sure he was talking some craziness.
Yeah.
And that whole dead storage thing, I still got a problem with that. Man, that was terrible.
So let me see here.
Terrible.
So the movie, if there's one thing that holds this movie back, or something where you say this movie has 99% of it or 98% of it fits today, transcends today, but there's one scene in here where that has not aged well at all. And to show you how it is, man, listen, this will show you how much Hollywood has progressed as far as its attitude towards, fringe people, people of color, disenfranchised people who are always on the outskirts of Hollywood are, they were always characters that are people that did not have a big voice in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And that would be women, people of color, of course, gay people back then. But man, I remember watching this scene that we're about to watch when the movie was out. And it made me cringe at the time, but you just went with it. Because, there's nothing you can say. You know what I mean?
You had no choice. You were sitting in the theater.
I mean, I can sit up here and say, I'm offended. Somebody says, sit your black ass down. Okay, so shut the fuck up. Okay. Yeah, Hollywood would tell you that. Man, that's kind of I'm a little offended by that. I don't like that. Well, who gets nobody cares. Yeah, it's a scene where he's talking about, the dead inward storage. And man, it's so bad for a lot of reasons. First of all, it's Quentin Tarantino saying the line. I'm going to show you why this does not work, besides just saying the word. It's a scene that is actually, it's a terrible scene for a brilliant movie.
Did you notice a sign on the front of my house that said storage?
Jimmy, okay, let me tell you why this don't work. Several reasons. One, Quentin Tarantino can't act. Okay, in this scene. He's trying, he ain't the worst actor I've ever seen, but he's trying too hard. He's trying too hard to be cool. His movie's cool and everybody's doing it flawlessly. He's the one that stands out as trying to be hard.
It ain't the coffee, man.
It's like, come on. Got your white Sammy Davis Jr. shit going. It ain't the coffee, man.
Shaboing, boing, boing.
Shaboing. You dig me, cat? It's not the coffee, man.
Shakunk. And I know people like the dialogue going on here, but for me, it doesn't seem natural.
No.
It never kind of did.
Well, it's out of character because I don't care what you say. Jules, the character of Jules. Now, if you don't know the scene, they've just accidentally killed a guy, and they got to get off the road and figure out how to get this whole situation resolved and cleaned up. So Jules and Vincent, they go to Jules's friend's house. Apparently these guys are friends. Jimmy, played by Quentin Tarantino. Now, I know that Jules has inconvenienced Jimmy by coming to his house and bringing this dead guy. And I know he's trying to be respectful. And there's even a scene where he does say, listen, as long as everything stays cool, I'm going to respect him unless things go off, But right. I do not believe one bit that Jules, this hard-ass criminal right here, would sit up here and let him talk to him like that. I think that he would at least say, hey, Jimmy, we in your house, it's cool, but you ain't got to talk like that, man. I ain't going to sit up here and have you say that, hard R shit to me either.
Yep, his character would have called him on it, at least shot him, one of the two.
Yeah.
Because like you said, before this scene, he was saying, we'll play it cool unless it goes left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think he would have told him, he's like, hey, slow down on that shit, man, all right? I don't want to hear all that, all right? Let's be cool. You ain't hard, all right? we the ones with the guns, okay?
Yeah, I'm not working for you. Calm down.
Yeah. Somebody said, nothing about this is realistic. Corey and I was thinking it's the real guy talking shit. Get the out of here, man. No, this is a badly written scene. Don't sit up here and try to justify this. It's just a badly written scene.
Huh?
And you want to talk about being realistic. I mean, none of this, it doesn't matter if it's realistic or not. You got to believe the character, okay? The can't act. He's not selling the character. The character, it's obviously a guy trying to, who's trying to play a character that's cool because he wants to be cool. He is. He's a brilliant filmmaker, but you gotta buy the situation.
Yeah.
And I don't buy it. But listen, it's objective, all right? Maybe you buy it. I'm just telling you my opinion. I don't buy it, all right? And don't give me this shit about it being realistic or not. It's a movie, but still, you gotta believe in the characters that you set up for this world. And I don't believe they do that.
No, I don't. Like you said, if you believe it, that's fine. But I don't, and Corey does not. And we ain't sitting here trying to put notes together. No, I felt this way from before, and apparently Corey did too. It's not realistic. It's a bad scene, and it doesn't go with the characters at all. So, whatever.
Listen, could it work? Let me tell you how this could have worked. If you really, really, really want a white dude to drop the N-word, if you really want him to do that, have him be a different character. Have him either be another mob guy who might be Italian or something. What's up, moolie? And it doesn't like dead niggas storage. What's up with the fucking moolie in the car? Something like that. I believe a hard Italian dude would have said it. Or if this had been like a white dude who wanted to be black or talk black, what would they call a wigger?
Right.
Yeah, he had been that, but no, it was a corny dude.
Yep.
Hey, man, it's not the coffee man.
No, it's a corny ass dude. I'm not even trying to talk shit about Tarantino. I'm telling you, the man he's one of the most brilliant filmmakers of our time. He made a genius film right here. I'm kissing his ass, but I'm telling you, as somebody, I gotta be honest. I ain't gonna sit up and kiss his ass to the point I'm being dishonest. This shit don't work.
Right.
God damn it. It doesn't work. What's bothering me, man, is not the realism of the scene. It's the nerd who can't act, man.
It didn't work then. It ain't working now.
From day one, I'm not trying to tell you that I'm just now saying this because it's the thing to say because now we're being vocal about that word. No, at day one, I was uncomfortable with it. But I just went with it. I said, this doesn't flow with the rest of the film. But hey, I'm just telling you, man. I'm not nitpicking the movie either. But it's like I said, it's objective. If you bought it, that's fine. I mean, I can't take that from you. It's about opinion.
Yeah, I say what I said when I saw it back then. That wasn't necessary. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I love Jackie Brown. That's my favorite movie. Somebody got that,
I didn't like Jackie Brown. It was kind of boring to me.
You know what? That's funny, Oz. The first time I saw Jackie Brown, I said the same thing. Yeah, I said the same thing, and then I saw it again. And I think the reason why I said that is because I was expecting another Pulp Fiction. You know, I was expecting something with a lot more zing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was expecting something with a lot more. I was expecting something with the, you know, again with the, you know, the story being told out of sync and whatnot. I was expecting some sort of big, you know, I don't know, cinematic gimmick or something. And you know, it was more of a
straightforward movie,
straightforward film. And I think that's why it's my favorite film of his.
Right. No gimmicks. All right, that's cool. Yeah, I thought it was boring. I went back to it again.
So the man said, so if I bring a car with a dead body to your house in the morning, you about to help a brother out? Are you about to tell me? Hey, that's a good question. If I know some gangsters and they brought a dead body to my house and I know guns, yeah, I'm gonna help them out. You know, what am I gonna do? You know, I'm not gonna tell them to get out of here. I mean, you got a point right there. That's probably unrealistic, but again, I don't know how these guys are friends. I don't know how these guys, you know, what their backstory is. I don't know what the connection is. You know, I can buy a lot. I don't need complete realism, my man. I hear what you're saying. That is unrealistic for somebody to tell some gangsters to get the house. That is, but again, like I said, I don't know what kind of relationship they have. You know, I don't know. And you know what? To your point, maybe that should have been established better too. You know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, only thing we got to go off is he knew this guy. If it goes off, they'll handle it.
Yeah. You said he made that clear. He's like, if this, because if Jimmy, no, by the way, he told me to get the out. Maybe Jimmy is just a sassy guy who thinks he's tough, but they did say in the movie, like, we're being nice because we're in his house. But if he tells us no at any time, or threatens to call the police, or does anything that, you know, threatens our well-being, we're gonna shoot this dude. You know, that's at least that's what I got from that scene right there.
Me
which
too.
I actually like.
Me too. Yeah, I thought that as well. I was like, well, this guy acts up, it's a wrap.
That's probably the thing that works in that scene is that they show that these guys, as messed up as they are, as you know, as cold as they are about killing, they kind of have this code with each other. Like he's trying to be polite for a gangster. You know, he's like, man, I don't want to shoot this guy, but you know, so I'm gonna be cool. I'm in his house, but if I have to, I will.
Yeah, if it goes down, it has to go down.
Yeah,
he gave him a lot of leniency in this scene, but
man, listen, if there's only one reason why he let Jimmy get away with that hard R is because he's like, listen, I'm gonna let you do this because I'm in your house and we got bigger things to think about. But if it had been any other time, he would have pistol whipped that mother.
Yeah, it'd been nice to hear that though.
Yeah. Somebody said, what do you think is in the suitcase? I don't think you're meant to think about what's in the suitcase, but I'm going to ask Oz that. So the whole thing
great question.
Yes, no, it's a great question because the whole thing with Pulp Fiction is everybody, you know, a lot of this stuff is set off by Ving Rhames' character. What was his name? Marcellus Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
He wants this suitcase. And I think it's brilliant. They don't tell you what's in the suitcase. And I think that's been done before in a movie where, you know, everybody wants this object, but the object is not clear what it is. I think it's cool the way it's edited too, because let me see here. Let me see. When they find when they go to the place and they ask him, hey, Jules, let me see here, suitcase scene. He asks him, hey, are we happy? And you see it glowing, and the way it's edited, it's sound editing in there too, where you can, you don't really, it's very faint. It's like it's like chimes or something going off. Let's see here. Yeah, we happy? Yeah, here it is right here. Let's see. And then it's funny too because when they open the suitcase, the code is 666. So
We happy? Yeah, we happy.
So it's not really a chime. It sounds like an air conditioner in a way. Like you listen to it. So a lot of people have. Okay, my whole thing is that there's something in the suitcase, but it's up for everybody's interpretation. I don't even think Quentin Tarantino knows what's in there. I think because it was 666, the code that was used to get into the briefcase. A lot of people have said that it was Marcellus Wallace's soul that was in there.
All right. Ain't no wrong with that. No wrong with that.
If you want to know what I think it is, I think it's a light bulb.
Light bulb in a suitcase.
Light bulb or flashlight in the suitcase right there. It's a bright ass light in the suitcase.
Yeah.
I don't think it's meant. I don't even think Quentin Tarantino has anything. I think it's just meant to like be abstract and you make up your own mind. I've never actually placed any idea on what's in the suitcase myself. Have you?
No, not at all. I never, went like, oh, what the hell? I heard the whole soul thing too. I'm like, all right, so he sold his soul? I'm confused. Satan, how'd that work? I like to hear that story of how that works, how the soul thing comes into play. Yeah. That's like a hell of a backstory.
Somebody says it's a script of Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, piss yellow. Yeah, exactly. Good, yeah. That makes sense. Piss yellow script for Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, it's great. He's reading it. He's reading it right now.
That's right. That's why you couldn't hear him.
We happy? We happy?
What happened?
Yeah, we happy.
Zeno says his regards.
Hey, Jules, ever talked to you about Scientology, man? It's a book of Scientology, man. Wow, this thing is great.
Deep.
Somebody sent over Ryan. Let me see here. Ryan Hamilton. Well, looks like I was right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. What was in there was a light bulb.
It was actual light bulb. So, yeah. I was joking. But hey, there you go. Here it is right here. What was in the suitcase? A light bulb and a switch. There you go. Apparently that was very important for Wallace, Marcellus Wallace right there, man. Get my light bulb back.
How else he gonna get his ideas?
Yeah. All these people died over this light bulb right here.
Hey, it's a light bulb in a suitcase. Hey, where have you seen that before? Revolutionary, man.
That's why John Travolta, Vincent was looking like that. What the light bulb? We shooting people for this shit?
For this? You about to corner the market on it. Light bulb suitcase. We
could stop at Home Depot and got him this shit. Yeah, man. Well, there you go. There you go, people. Our opinions on Pulp Fiction. Hey, man, maybe some slight problems here and there with it. There are some technical problems. I think there's bloopers in here. Not bloopers, but like you can catch some mistakes. Like when I think earlier there were no bullet holes on the wall. Later there were.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Continuity, huh?
Yeah, continuity problems in there. Yeah.
I still enjoy the movie. I enjoy watching it up to a certain point. I'm like, I'm good here.
Yeah, no,
it's one of those movies I put on the background.
Yeah, no, I saw this movie about 4 or 5 times when it came out. I took a lot of people to see it with me. I was like everybody else. I was quoting it.
Yeah,
path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by So.
It sounds like you may need to do a retro review on this thing, man. It's 30 years.
We might have to, man. We might have to. I mean, we kind of went through some things with it. I would just be repeating myself if we did that, but
I'm sure if you watch it again or watch parts of it, and you come with some more stuff, and then you have Martin there, his 20 cents on it as well. So that might be fun.
Yeah, Martin loves this, man. Martin.
Oh well, shoot, I'd love to hear what he loves about it.
Yeah, Martin still at certain times talk to me like Jules. Martin say that. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, bro.
God damn it,
Corey, man. I don't give a. Gets up and shoots my Yo, it's not the cracklings, man. It's the bucket of chicken in the garage, man. You gonna bring it in and we're gonna eat or what? Daddy-o.
Body buys a crack. I buy the gourmet crack.
I want to add something to this discussion right here. I know we moved on, but this is my theory on why Quentin Tarantino loves dropping the N-word. First of all, he grew up probably around a lot of black people. So he says. He says that his stepfather was black. And I'm not looking, that's not me sitting up here validating him saying that. But I think he feels like, hey, you know, I hung around a lot of black people, man. I can say the word too. But I think even more so, I think some of the people that he really admired as filmmakers growing up are people who had characters that weren't black, that did drop that word, like Martin Scorsese. But you got to realize, and Spike Lee even said this. Spike Lee, he said that Martin Scorsese, I think he said Martin Scorsese's favorite director. And he said that, you know, look, you know, Spike Lee is all about calling out people, people who might insult blackness, you know. So, he said,
black police.
He is. He is, man. That fool is so bad about it. Like he actually doxed some innocent woman, man. So, he put some innocent woman's phone number out there because I forgot what it had something to do with Trayvon Martin or something. I forgot what it was. It was something, and everybody had a right to be upset about it. But he got so mad that he thought it was his woman, and he put a phone number out there.
There it is. Got her. You will not say shit again. Get her. Get her.
That bitch had it coming.
Mom, man, if you look it up, I think I might be wrong, but I think that's a real story. I think I read it. And he actually put this poor woman's phone number out there. But
got it.
But Spike Lee said that when he watches Martin Scorsese and his characters say what they say, or Martin Scorsese say those words himself, Spike Lee said those are characters. And it fits for those characters to do that. He said Martin Scorsese grew up around people like that. That's not him. You know, so he's writing characters that naturally would do that. That's the whole thing. That doesn't feel natural, what's happening right here. If you make it feel natural, people will ride with it. That does not feel natural right there.
No.
And I think he's trying to create a character that you would see in a 70s film or, you know, in a Martin Scorsese movie that would drop that word, you know?
Yeah, it's all good. No. It didn't fit then, it don't fit now. Right? Keep it moving. No, I'm good with that. And then he likes to do his code switching nonsense, which is hilarious. I haven't seen him around these days. I don't know if he's still doing that or not.
Well, he ain't dropping that word. And there was that interview that he did on 106. What was it? 106 in Park.
106 in Park. Oh yeah, that was terrible.
The thing about my fans, you see, man, is that
you know he was trying to be black. When Django Unchained came out, he was trying to talk black. But I'm gonna see if I can find that because some people still.
Yo, that was a definition of cringe. If anybody ever feels bad about somebody cringe word, oh, this is it. Super cringe right here.
I don't want to please the critics that are my fans.
They're my fans. He said, you know what? He tried to be black, but he sounded like Elvis. I want to thank my fans.
I want to please my fans. I don't want to please the critics that are my fans. The critics ain't my fans. I don't give a damn. Now, I'm not that computer savvy. So if he'd have sent me...
You dig, baby?
He's sitting there trying to drop bars and everything. Trying to give some...
No, I'm not too internet savvy, baby. You dig, but...
thing that I plug into my computer, I don't know if I would have ever heard.
Kim Poodle.
You saw what's name? Samuel Jackson, they got pictures.
Not computer, Kim Pewter. Listen, I got to give it to him. I ain't never heard nobody ironically flip computer into that, right? Some people usually just drop the R, computer, but he's a Kim Pewter.
That's his new rap name. Kim Pewter. He's spelling it crazy.
That's a new black girl's name, Kim Pewter.
So if he'd have sent me something that I plug into my computer, I don't know if I would have ever heard it. All right. Hey, download this. I don't know how to do that. All right. You know, so he put it on.
I don't know how to do that. Talking like a slave now. I don't know how to do that. I was hanging out with Bro Rabbit the other day, you see.
Oh my God.
And Bro Fox. And I said, please don't throw in that hole over there.
Jesus. This is horrible.
Then Jamie, my man here, comes back with Rick Ross. Rick Ross and the whole posse. We all got contact time.
Now,
is that for the second interview? I don't know.
man, is that? I don't know, man. I might have been edited in. I don't want to say nothing, but it's believable.
Yeah, I hope it was, but I don't know if that was edited right or not. But that's hilarious.
And that told me everything I need to know about that. Let me talk like Quentin Tarantino. And that right there told me everything I need to know about that scene that I saw in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
I felt justified. I was like, everything I thought was right.
Yeah.
Set that day. Go over to Carrie with my little tape recorder, play it. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, that's in the movie.
That might be in the interview. I don't know. They might edit that in. I don't want to say for sure.
Jesus, man. That shit is horrible. He named every black person that was famous at that time. He could. Everybody he could. Rick Ross and his posse. And Anthony Hamilton. Anthony Hamilton played a joint for him.
On his computer.
On his computer.
Man, I'm glad I could find that clip right there. Computers are amazing things, ain't they?
I don't know.
It's amazing invention.
Plugs the men's. For sure, Corey, for sure.
Won't you agree, Kumbaya King? It's in the bomb.
It's the bomb. And that's how you end that.
Yeah.
That's how you end that right there. That's the bomb. Indeed.
That was just indeed.
Indeed. The bomb. Kaboom.
Why you talking all white ass? Use a word like indeed. Wow, that was worse than I thought, man.
Yeah. And it just went on and on and on. It didn't stop.
To the break of dawn.
It's a runaway train. I wish that crashed, but it did. It just kept on trucking. Son of a bitch. And it got worse and worse as it went on. It was. I was trying to compose myself. I was like, God damn, this shit don't stop. Nope.
Well, you made it to the end of the video. That must mean you really like what we do. So if you do, check out these other videos just like this one. Check out our other YouTube channels and subscribe to join our wonderful Toasty community. And as always, stay toasty.